Well, today I want to take you on a journey. It's been hard work getting here. This is a canyon that if it's followed all the way through, you'll actually get to the coastline of Porto Badisco. And this canyon here is known because a lot of caves have been found. Neolithic times, going back 8,000 years, with a lot of finding. And just a little one behind me, but this one, it's of great importance, is called Grotta del Mammino, Little Mum. I don't really know the sort of background of the name, but it's amazing. So it's incredible to find, first of all, a canyon, meaning that this was probably a river thousands and thousands of years ago. So how the land has changed over millions of years. And we just have to be careful a little bit of the vegetation here as we're going in. Hope you don't suffer from close spaces. So this is the opening. This is the opening of Grotta del Mammino, and we're going to go in. These are places that no one very rarely visits or knows about Salento, but this is really the incredible connection that Salento has with all the different periods, going back thousands of years, with thousands of prehistoric sites, to then the more modern ones that we also enjoy, from the masseria and the big buildings. So let's go into, this was like the Flintstones house, you know, Fred Flintstones. So Fred probably lived in Grotta del Mammino, who knows. But every time I go into these places here, I just like to connect it to things that we're all familiar with. And as we're looking at the back, as it captures the light, you could just imagine what it was like to live thousands of years ago in a land so barren as this. And so these caves offered a protection, obviously natural caves, but I'm sure, just like everything that is natural, human intervention. So probably they carved a bit here and a bit there, so they created the extra room, you know, like you do an extension in a house. So the cave is too small. The wife was complaining, so you know, the husband was probably there digging, creating a bigger cave. And today, thousands of years later, then we have a big cave, like a 3-bedroom cave. No, it's just incredible. Jokes aside, when I travel around the world, and actually I'm going to show you something that really reminds me of when I was in Cambodia and Angkor Wat, with the trees growing over the temples. I've just found something very similar. But just explore the cave with me for a little bit. I'm together with Cosimo, actually. I'm going to introduce you, because it's thanks to Cosimo, which as a hobby, he goes around. That's Cosimo Forte over there. And he does it as a hobby. He's got a full-time job, but he goes and looks and discovers. He loves trekking, and I love trekking anywhere in the world, from anywhere in the world. So look at this. It's incredible. These formations, and it's exactly round. It's almost like a chapel. It gives you an idea of a chapel, and the shape of it is obviously kept it together in terms of the static element of it. And then these beautiful openings, you wonder if at some stage, you know, if this opening were natural, or at some stage the wife said, you know, I need a window. I can't do without a window. So can you please make me a window? So the husband probably the wife, while the husband was out hunting, probably the wife was digging, making these holes. We don't know. This was done thousands of years ago, and thousands of years later, then you have this beautiful opening. And from here, you know, they could see the rest of the valley. They could protect themselves, and they could actually see what was happening. They could probably see if the enemy was approaching. So I wonder if these openings are a natural opening, or if openings are actually being done to make the living a little bit more comfortable. And then this one here as well, just above, it's just very special, isn't it? And then I'm going to show you probably a couple of really incredible things. One, this fig tree, that it's growing, but probably hundreds of years. And look how it's gone all the way around. Look at this beautiful knot. I don't know if you can see it. It's a bit dark where my hand is. Look at that. It looks like a snake, but it's actually the root of the tree looking for soil. And this is where I was telling you about Angkor Wat, where you've got these majestic temples with trees that are growing over the top of the temple, and they've kind of almost keeping it together as well, keeping the rocks together. You wonder, you know, if these trees are not also keeping the cave together. And this is another beautiful opening. I'm going to try, without killing myself, to climb at the top here, and because I wanted to show you something, so I'm going to do this carefully. Try not to slip. And are you ready for this? Well, tell me what you see if I show you this. What do you see? I know that you just see an opening, but can you see what I see? I see a big heart. I've taken a photograph of this, and what I can see, it's a beautiful heart. And also you can see Cosimo on the other side, and he's so happy. It was really hard getting up here today. And the other interesting thing, as I look around the back, there is a tunnel. A lot of the experts and people that study these caves have been saying that there is a network of tunnels connecting a lot of these caves around there, and that's incredible. So potentially like a city, a little bit like Petra in Jordan, you know, connected with all these houses in the canyon. So it's special to see that wherever you travel in the world, there is always something that unites things. Sometimes it's architecture, sometimes it's culture, from people moving from all over the world, even thousands of years ago, and bringing that into the place. So this is Grotta del Mammino. So if you come to Salento, Salento is not about getting a beautiful property like a masseria and living the life. Well, I love that and I enjoy that very much. But it's about getting your boots on and going out there and exploring and trying to understand really how this land is going through so many changes, and all those changes put together, they create a land that today has got so much to offer. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and Grotta del Mammino. If you have enjoyed the video, you could subscribe to the YouTube channel, put a like or leave a comment. Till next time, we'll explore somewhere even more even more special, but somewhere else extremely special. Thank you.